morning, students. Today we can start our class on environmental impact assessment. The first module covers the classification of pollution and pollutants, air pollution, the primary and secondary air pollutants, impact of air pollutants on human, vegetation, and environment, and the ambient air quality standards. That is what is in our syllabus. I'm going to start with the first topic, that is the classification of pollution and pollutants. Now, the term pollution, almost all of you will be knowing from your childhood classes that what is pollution or what are the different types of pollution. Due to the rapid urbanization, industrialization, and deforestation, lead to certain undesirable change in the environment which remains in the environment for a long time and causes harmful effect on humans. So such a situation we can term it as environment pollution. Now coming to the definition, there are four different definitions for pollution, but the most commonly learned is any undesirable change in the surroundings that have harmful effects on the plants, animals, and human beings is termed as pollution. It can also be the introduction of contaminants into the natural environment that cause adverse changes in the form of killing of life, toxicity of environment, damage to the ecosystem, and aesthetics of our surroundings. Another definition is an unwanted change in the environment which involves a physical, biological, and chemical changes involving air, water, and land which affects the human life in one way or the other. The term pollution can also be defined as the influence of any substance causing nuisance, harmful effects, and uneasiness to the organisms. So, among these four definitions, you can learn any one definition. Uh, Now, pollution has become a serious issue nowadays. Uh, Actually, the term pollution was more in common after the World War II in the developing countries due to the rapid industrialization. Pollution can also cause many diseases that kill and disable living organisms. Many communicable diseases are caused during the outbreak of such pollutants. Coming to the classification of pollutants, very commonly we know the classification, basic classification as air pollution, water pollution, land pollution or soil pollution, then noise pollution. Okay, then the other types of pollution which are not so common but comes under the type of pollution is radioactive pollution, light pollution, visual pollution, and thermal pollution. So this is the classification. We can learn all the types: air, water, light, noise, soil contamination can be by lead, heavy metals, then radioactive contamination, thermal contamination. Radioactive contamination, of course, it occurs due to radioactive metals. Then thermal pollution from the thermal power plants, etc. Then the last one is the visual pollution. Now we can see what is air pollution. So that was the first part of our subject, that is first part of the first module, the classification of pollution and pollutants, which is seen in the previous slides. Now coming to air pollution. Air pollution is what we breathe air in to live. So any harmful organisms or harmful um, environment can lead to a situation where we cannot breathe properly or our existence becomes difficult. So, the definition is the contamination of the indoor or outdoor environment by any chemical, physical, or biological agent that modifies the natural characteristics of the atmosphere. The uh, various sources of air pollution are household combustion devices, motor vehicles, industrial facilities, forest fires. Now, air pollution is very common in Delhi. The people in Delhi is not able to go outdoor as the air pollution is very high there. It is mainly due to the motor vehicles, the combustion, uh, the ejection of various gases, which leads to air pollution. Also, the industrial ejections like the smoke from the factories also lead to the severe air pollution in Delhi. In So you can cite the example, the most common example at present in India, the air pollution is more in Delhi. Now coming to household combustion devices is very familiar. What is the combustion device in our house? That is mainly one is the kitchen, where we have a chimney through which the gases are emitted outward. Then also there are other type of combustion like the waste which occurs in the house is burned outside the premises, which can lead to various pollution. Air air can be polluted like plastic. Many of us will be familiar with the burning of plastic in our houses, as that was a very common substance used during a period of time. Now there is a lot of improvement in the plastic pollution, pollution caused by the plastic, as plastic is replaced in many of the states and many of the countries worldwide. So that can cause the household combustion devices. Then motor vehicles is very familiar. The ejection of gases from the cars, lorries, buses, etc. Even bikes. Then industrial facilities are the production of any substance can cause to ejection of gases outside from industries, chemical industries, thermal plants, everything can any factory may eject certain undesirable agents to the environment and cause pollution. Also, forest fires can also cause air pollution. Now we can see what are the pollutants which causes air pollution. Mainly it include particulate matter, carbon monoxide, ozone, nitrogen dioxide, and sulfur dioxide. Now, how to control air pollution? There are various steps through which we can reduce the air pollution. One is maintaining a healthy distance between the industrial and residential areas. So you must you you people may not be familiar with the planning of a city. As a civil engineer, we have a section on the planning regulations for a city. So we have a classification of various buildings based on the National Building Code, and hence we have uh, dividing the areas. like residential areas, industrial areas, etc. So definitely to reduce the air pollution, the industry as well as the residential areas should be located at different places, so that the smoke or the pollutant from the industry does not affect the people in the residential areas. Then second one is the chimneys should be constructed tall in size, so that emissions must be released higher up in the environment. So chimneys, most of you know what is a chimney. It is a tall structure constructed for the ejection of gases outside. The smoke or fog, or flue gases can be emitted through chimneys. The sulfur must be removed after burning. Then the mining area should be planted with the trees. Mining is also another issue which is currently going in many of the states of India. Mining results in serious environmental uh, problems. So the areas which are already set as mining should be planted with trees. The coal fuel should be placed with the gas fuel to control air pollution. Then automobiles must be designed with emission control systems. Waste must be removed and recycled in the industrial plants and refineries. Plants like pines and ripes need to be planted to metabolize the nitrogen oxides and other pollutants. Timely servicing of the car helps to keep it in a good condition and minimizes the fuel exhaustion. Using public transportation helps to prevent the air pollution. Using alternative energy source like solar energy, hydroelectric energy, and wind energy. So these are few steps to reduce air pollution. So definitely, uh, if it is a walkable distance, either use cycle, or you can just go walk and come back instead of taking your car, which will definitely reduce the pollution to some extent. Also we can use our alternative energy source like solar energy, hydroelectric energy, and wind energy, which is very much available in the environment. It is a natural resource which we can use and reduce the present problem.